Thank you so much. All right, 6:04 is your time right now. We are inching closer to that May-long weekend, right? Mayor John Tory, though, asking the province for a bit of clarity whether this province-wide stay-at-home order is going to be extended.
We think it is important that the Ontario government communicate clearly and as soon as possible whether or not its order will be extended further or modified based on public health advice. This kind of predictability will help people and businesses plan for the near future, and it will help to further manage expectations.
So far, over 1.4 million doses administered in the city for vaccinations. The city is on track to meet or even exceed getting the first dose, to 65% of adult residents by the end of the month. But it may not be enough. The city's top doctor says she doesn't think it's reasonable to begin reopening 9 days from now.
There is little likelihood the facts will change sufficiently by May the 20th, when the current order is set to expire.
Okay, there is some good news, though. Cases are slowly beginning to drop, with less than 3,000 new cases reported yesterday in the province. ICU numbers are also coming down. 828 patients in intensive care yesterday. That's down from a third wave high of 900. Now, Ontario's top doctor says the province should get well below 1,000 daily cases before restrictions lift.
We are coming down off the third wave, but we want to get down the third wave totally.
If you have been keeping track, Ontario has been under a stay-at-home order since early April, when the government declared a state of emergency to address surging cases and hospitalizations. Well, more groups expected to rush to the province's booking site to register for their COVID vaccine today. People with at-risk conditions will be eligible starting around 8:30 this morning. That includes people with dementia, diabetes, and sickle cell disease. Also eligible starting today, the second group of people who cannot work from home. That includes grocery store workers, restaurant and transportation employees. Eligibility will expand even further on Thursday. That's when the province allows anyone 40 and older to book through their provincial booking system. How about this? A new poll showing Canadians still confident in COVID-19 vaccines despite recent concerns over the AstraZeneca shot. The Leger poll conducted between May the 7th and 9th shows 8 out of 10 respondents are vaccinated already or plan to roll up their sleeve once it is their turn. Fewer than half of those polled say that their trust drops when it comes to AstraZeneca or the Johnson & Johnson shot, and that's compared with 8 in 10 when it comes to Pfizer and Moderna. The online poll does not have a margin of error. All right, a second federal quarantine hotel in Toronto dealing with a COVID-19 outbreak after 7 workers testing positive for the virus. This outbreak at the Holiday Inn near Pearson Airport declared earlier this month by local health officials. The news comes 1 week after 13 staff members tested positive for COVID-19 at the Crown Plaza near Pearson, which is also being used as a federally designated quarantine hotel. The site remains open as officials say the hotel provides essential service. Meantime, another federally designated quarantine hotel grappling with an outbreak, this one in Peel Region. A live look right now at the Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel in Mississauga. Peel officials have partially closed this site. Local officials offering few details about the shutdown, including how many staff and or guests may have been affected. Well, the information of over 70,000 students compromised following a cybersecurity incident at the Durham District School Board. The board and Durham Public Health say this information, accessed through a third-party application related to the Immunization of School Pupils Act. So, in a letter, they say leaked information includes names of students, birthdays, addresses, and class information. Parents who have questions can call this number. It's 1-833-526-0566, or you can also go to durham.ca if you are looking for further information. Okay, so perhaps it's made your way onto its kitchen counter. Yes, it is still sitting on mine, but have you filled it out yet? We're talking about the census, because today is Census Day. Each household gets it by mail. You can complete this questionnaire either on paper or virtually. StatsCan says it hopes most Canadians opt for online, a safer choice during this pandemic. There are 2 different versions of the census. There's a short and long form. Most of the information is available at census.ca, census.gc.ca. And if you're wondering why the census is so important, why should you do it? We're going to speak with one of the program leads from StatsCan, joining us just after 7 this morning. And we are following some breaking news this morning, devastating out of Russia. Officials say 8 people are dead and over 20 hospitalized after a shooting at a school. So this happened in the city of Kazan, which is about 700 kilometers east of Moscow. The footage captured at the scene here shows some evacuation efforts underway. Authorities say the death toll includes 7 8th graders, 4 boys, 3 girls, as well as a teacher. And local media reporting that it involved 2 shooters, one of them a teenager that was detained while another killed in the building. Again, this is developing news that we continue to follow here through the morning. All right, 6:10 is your time right now. A quick break coming up next. We have some good and bad news for renters. Average prices are down, but how long is that going to last? Mike Eppel with all those numbers coming up next.